I talk a lot of shit about a lot of cars, but these are the cars that I love and hate the most from each brand. Let's get it. First off, we got BMW, and the one I hate is the fucking 2 Series Grand Coupe. For those of y'all who follow me, y'all probably thought I was gonna say one of the EVs, but even those look better than this. It's literally built like a Ford Fusion with a BMW skin around it, and I think it's gonna be that car like the A-Class is for Mercedes that people are just gonna buy just to say they drive a BMW without actually having any of the benefits of having a BMW. While my favorite car from BMW used to be the G80 M3, it's now probably the G82 M4 just because that trunkless spoiler just really completes that rear end. I didn't like it at first. Like I honestly didn't like the G82 at all and thought it was the worst looking out of the G8X platform, but the CSL rear end is doing it for me. My least favorite from Mercedes is literally anything that starts with EQ because they're all ugly as shit and built like eggs. Now, my favorite vehicle from Mercedes is either a military G-Wagon, and I don't know how you go about getting one of these as a civilian, but they do have a website. This is a 2023 model vehicle based on the newest G-Wagon. As Whistling Diesel has proven, it handles terrain better than a Toyota Hilux. Or the Mercedes SL63. Now, this is probably one of the only sports cars they have left that has the twin turbo V8 in there. The SL has always just kind of been impractical luxury for no reason, and I kind of fuck with that. It is kind of a grandpa car, and it's not the fastest thing in the price range, nor does it make the most sense for most people, because when you can get a nice spec 911 Turbo S for $190,000, it's kind of hard to get one of these for the same price. But the interior, oh my God. See, that is really what makes this car. The interior has always made the SL. It has just been a luxury cruiser that happens to be able to go fast. For Audi, my least favorite vehicle is any SUV that ends in Sportback. It looks like they're trying to be an X6, and the X6 is already ugly as fuck. As much as I want to say my favorite Audi is the RS7, it's actually the R8 GT. Not a lot of people know about this car, and it actually has a predecessor from the old generation. That was my favorite Audi back then, and the new one is my favorite now. Choosing a least favorite Porsche was not an easy task, as they're all just good, but I had to choose one, and I almost chose the Panamera because the rear end is built like an egg, but you can get a twin turbo V8 in that may or may not be able to walk off on an M5. So I had to choose a Taycan Cross Turismo, and that is mostly because of those black arches. And I really wouldn't care that much if in Europe they didn't have the Sport Turismo, and that doesn't have it, and it just looks so much cleaner. Like, the Taycan wagon actually looks sick as fuck, but with those black fender arches that they give us on the American ones for the Cross Turismo, it's just kind of ugly to me. Now, my favorite Porsche was the easiest decision of this entire video. That is a 992 GT3 Touring with the manual, of course, and that is because it is a GT product with no wing. I think that looks so much better, and it also has the painted front bumper, so it doesn't have a bunch of like ugly black plastic sitting out front like every manufacturer seems to be doing these days.